Hello, this is Loopy Legend.
Hey, this is Dr. Wheatley. I wasn't expecting that. Hooray.
I told you just before I started recording you weren't expecting that, did I?
I was expecting something that was, insane and obnoxious, but instead it was completely normal.
Actually, here's the insane thing. I have got a special introduction today, and Will is going to do it right now.
Really? Oh, really? I haven't read anything in the script. Oh, God.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is my very close friend, Last Will 11, the most craziest New Zealander I have ever had the privilege to train personally.
Yeah, it was always within me. He told me that.
Oh, mate, I'm just going to say it right now. I'm not entirely certain if I want to know what exactly is in you.
A lot of things.
I think about 30% craziness, 50% insanity, and just a smidge of silliness.
That's only about 81%. What's the other 19?
Common sense.
So there's no blood, no bones, nothing like that?
No, I'm just a gelatinous goo.
But there's no room for goo. Your entire physical makeup is made of abstract theories. There's no actual physical capabilities within yourself.
Exactly, we're insane. It's not supposed to make sense.
How are you even making noise out of your mouth?
Because we are insane enough to get past the fourth dimension.
There is no...
Are you going to argue with someone who's insane? You're losing already. You know that, right?
There is that old saying, which I'm too lazy to actually remember at the moment.
Oh, dear.
Mm-hmm. Well, what can I say? I'm a bit silly like that. If Terry Pratchett were to describe me, he'd describe me as one of those blokes who went up to the tops of thundery mountains wearing wet copper armor and shouted, "All the gods are bastards."
Oh, only in your wildest dreams.
The funny thing is, you think that they're dreams.
All right, we'll get right into things here, loyal podcast listeners. And since Wheatley was the one that found this very exciting news, the most exciting news this week, you can take it away, Wheatley.
All right, then. Well, some of you may have known that for a while Valve has been working on basically a test chamber editor for Portal 2, so that we could actually create our own stuff. Because let's face it, the most fun you can have in Portal 2, aside from, the story, which was all right, is actually doing a lot of the co-op stuff. But it didn't have much replay value. But now it is confirmed that they are actually very near to actually releasing the test chamber editor. And it's not an insanely complex thing like Forge or what's it called? Hammer. That's it, Hammer.
I actually tried that, and I gave up after 2 minutes.
Yeah, Hammer is good if you're willing to learn it all, but it's completely insane. The Portal 2 test chamber editor is amazingly simple looking. We're going to provide a link to a video which has the sort of the rundown of it. But just looking at it, I was thinking, oh, this is brilliant. Like, even the kind of lame brain, drooling mongoloids who use the splendid screen will actually be able to use this thing, and it looks really fantastic.
It looks all click and drag. You just click and drag everything, and it works.
Yeah, you click and drag, you put things in, you can just click on this one, this is now bound to that. It just looks brilliant. And personally, I'm extremely excited for this, as somebody who likes to make my own stuff.
The first thing I'm going to make is a room full of companion cubes.
Yeah, I'd prefer to make something which actually requires some effort to solve.
Yeah, of course, but I like companion cubes, so I might have like 3 of them, and you have to activate 3 switches at once, or something like that.
Good times.
Hey, I got an idea. Once this is released, me and Wheatley will make this chamber each, and the first person to be able to crack both will get a prize. What do you reckon about that?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Good luck cracking, but I'm going to make it as hard as hell.
How about you? What would you put in your portal map?
I'd have to say a cannon of some sort that fires the companion cubes at the player.
Interesting. You could probably do that with one of those aerial faith plates.
Yes, that we planned.
Good times.
Yeah, just make sure there's a big target sign on the wall with blood splatter everywhere, just to prove that's been done before.
Yes.
Oh, dear.
Let us be happy.
And the other interesting bit of news regarding this, a sneak peek into Meet the Pyro?
Well, yeah, this was actually been floating around for a couple of days, but since we haven't had a chance to actually cover it ourselves yet, there was a Portal trailer was released specifically for the test chamber build, and it's your usual J.K. Simmons hilarity with Cave Johnson providing completely obscure information. But in one shot, there's a huge bank of computers and people sitting at their computers making stuff. In the bottom right hand, there is a computer screen which looks very different to all the others. And if you zoom in and take a look, the frames that are playing on that screen are actually a snippet from Meet the Pyro, specifically an animated version of the picture which has been on the TF2 blog for a while of the Pyro hosing things down with fire. And it's a fairly sure sign that if Meet the Pyro is not already finished, it is nearing completion, because they have started to tease it, and I must say I am uber excited.
Yeah, and don't be tricked by all the official Meet the Pyros on YouTube. They're all fake. Valve hasn't released an official Meet the Pyro yet.
Yeah, they've been fake for a while now. Years even. There is actually a really good fan-made Meet the Pyro.
Yeah, there is. Is that the one where he's like looking at the control band and it turns out to be the announcer?
Yes, that one. The animated one. And I will say I'm not talking about the 2D animated one, because honestly, I did not like hearing the Pyros speaking in a legible, understandable voice that turned out to be like Spanish or something. I was like, ugh.
It can't be the Pyro unless it's oof, umphs and mumbles.
Ugh. It was wretched. But then again, I think since with the Meet the Team videos, I wondered very early on how exactly they were going to do things. Because for the first few Meet the Teams, they're all very much just sort of interviews. But as of things like Meet the Spy and Meet the Medic, they aren't so much talking to the camera as they are talking to each other. And that's much, much better for storytelling, especially as far as the Pyro is concerned. Because I think that the mystery is what's really important. And the really important thing is that I pray that they do not make any references to gender in the Meet the Pyro video, because honestly, the whole is the Pyro woman, is the Pyro robot, it's been done to death. I really can't stand it. It's utterly, utterly boring, and if that's all you're waiting for Meet the Pyro, then I sincerely hope that you leave disappointed.
I seriously think it's Batman.
Also possible.
What do you think's inside the Pyro suit, Will?
I'd rather not know.
I agree with him. I like this guy.
It's hiding its face from something.
The only sure sign I think I know of any clue is I think whoever's in there is related to Mumbly for some reason, or Muttley, some people know him.
Muttley? Which one?
Take your pick. The detective one or the one from the Wacky Races? But all Muttley does is sit there and wrestle. The Pyros are...
Quite so.
So it's either I reckon it's somehow related to Muttley.
Well, that's quite possible, but hang on. There is a specific...
It's a plausible theory, though, isn't it?
In theory, yes, it's a plausible theory. Excuse me, I'm just trying to find... Please, continue. The next bit of news is all yours, mate.
All right, the next bit of news is Leon asked me to put this one on. Leon wants grog, and it's now your job to get him grog. On server 1 of the Ozfirst servers on Team Fortress 2, I lost my train of thought for a second, we've got a Push the Payload competition. And it's going to be running for by the time this podcast, that's probably next week and a half. And basically the whole idea is you get points for defending the cart, points for pushing the cart, points for doing this, points for doing that, points for killing your adversary, points for, I don't know, whatever you normally get points for on doing, a payload map, you know? So get on there, be a team player, don't be a sniper and shoot everyone, because, well, actually, I don't know. Do you get points for killing people on that map or not, or do you get points for killing people in payload?
Yes. Well, wait, what? What are you asking exactly?
Well,
of course you get points for killing people, but what specifically do you mean? Do you get defend points if you kill someone who's on the cart?
I don't know. All I know is, because I don't think Leon wants anyone to know, but all I know is you get points for playing, and the only thing he did say is you get points for capturing the card, specifically, but you get points for other things, but he's not saying what. I don't know, defend kills, normal kills, assists, I don't know. But anyway, go on there and get Leon his grog, because if Leon doesn't get his grog, we're all going to suffer the consequences.
Indeed. Also, Loopy, I have something to show you. Check the Skype box there.
Yeah, I'm looking. What am I looking at exactly?
You'll see. It's very obvious.
That
is the original concept art of the Pyro. I'd say it's pretty definitively a man.
Actually, I'm going to put this in the document for everyone to have a look at.
Yeah. I'm sure most people have probably seen it already, but the fact is that when the teams first came out, Valve specifically said the entire group is made up of men, because it would require too much memory to have a female counterpart to that team. So, on probability, the Pyro is actually a man. The purse in his locker could belong to anyone, because all the different lockers have multiple character stuff in them. So there's no guarantee that it even belongs to the Pyro.
All right. Well, since we got our very special guest star here, our very special guest star can do the next bit of news.
It will be...
Yeah, that's you.
It's the towel, mate. The towel.
The towel. The towel.
Yeah.
The new item in the TF2 item shop. The, what's it called? The toss-proof towel? Would that be correct? Yep. Yes, it's a new towel for the heavy class. Seems that he can be beating people to death and wipe off any unwanted sweat that you seem to build up.
I must admit, I am a huge fan of the item description for it. I mean, a lot of them are alright, but this one I particularly like.
Make sure you never throw in the towel, even accidentally, by keeping it nice and close where it can't run off and surrender like a coward when you're not looking.
The only thing I can see wrong with this item is some of the parodies people are going to make YouTube videos about with this new item.
There is nothing wrong with that.
Well, but the thing I'm thinking of that will happen, it probably will happen at some point, is heavy whips medic with towel, and we go from there and let your imaginations run wild.
Lord.
Let's be honest.
My mind!
There is worse videos than that on YouTube already.
Yeah, but
Towel
still.
whipping is positively tame by comparison to the horrors that lurk beneath the YouTube trapdoor.
Oh, yes. Don't remind me of that one where Scout's forced to spank Spy.
Oh, that's a brilliant video. What are you talking about?
Yes.
It was undeniably scary when that happened. I feel sorry for the Scout.
He was free to play. Who cares?
You use that term way too loosely.
Well, I'm not even kidding. It's actually on the YouTube video. When he hangs himself, the kill message says "Free to play Scout."
Fair enough. Well, I'll finish off the news.
Mm-hmm.
People have been begging me for new clues to my competition, so here it is. My favourite cartoon is Fast, my favourite character is Drop Dead Funny, and my favourite game, you can be a one-man army. Now, you'll get a few more clues in a fortnight, but, well, how do I put it? No one's even come close yet! Jeez.
Pew pew, baby. Pew
Pew.
pew.
I know the game.
Well, would you like to have an educated guess while you're here, Will?
I don't know, should I say them on live radio? You know?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm guessing that your favourite game could be Command & Conquer Renegade? Would that be it? The, what's it called?
You do know me too well, Dan. I have to give you $20 now.
Well, he's got the video game.
Yeah, he has.
Cartoon Fast. I'm guessing a lot of people have said Sonic already. So.
Yeah, they have. I can't believe you just got that. The only other person who knows the answers is Wheatley.
I can't even remember them myself. I deliberately blotted them out so it would be a surprise when somebody actually got them.
What's the surprise?
Cartoon, I am stumped on this one. Let's see, favourite characters, Drop Dead Funny?
Yep.
No idea either.
Oh, you can email me, but I can't believe you remembered. I told you that years ago. I haven't mentioned that in months, and you still got it.
These kind of games stick in my head.
Did you ever play that?
Yes, I did. Little play, and I quite liked it.
Command & Conquer Renegade is my favourite game of all time, and, well, I'm ashamed the Renegade X is coming out. For those of you who enjoyed Renegade or might not know, it's the only first-person game that Command & Conquer has in the series, and it's quite fun. You get to literally run around as a commando, or you can actually buy different things from the shop, and every time you buy a different weapon, you literally become a different person. You can jump in stealth tanks, rocket launchers, artillery, buggies, and drive around like an idiot. It's really fun.
Yes, I especially like the part where you blow stuff up.
All you do is load 50 C4 into the front of an APC, drive into someone, jump out and detonate. That's all you ever did.
So much fun, though.
I like the part where I'm devilishly handsome. Oh wait, that's all the time. My bad.
Oh, your ego.
You have no idea
Excuse me while I sip milk of a poor person.
Well, aren't you going to steal it like candy from a baby instead, you toss?
Why would I steal candy from a baby? I can just buy the baby.
I rest my case.
Oh, God.
Delightful.
Anyway, we'll move on to the YouTube picks this week. And, well, I quite like mine. It's hilariously funny.
Pumpcast news. Most enjoyable.
I found this video where while people were filling up this gas, this comedy show decided to have this news broadcast on a TV. Like, you're filling up your car with petrol, and there's this TV just above where the fuel pump is, and it's basically got this guy reading news, except it's a joke. He sits there and he's like, well, the one thing I won't forget, he's sitting there and is like, there's been a robbery, an armed robbery in the Burbank area, and the thief is described, and his sister describes the person filling up gas. And it was hilariously funny.
Oh, that poor old man looks so confused.
The Grandpa Bandit. So if you want to watch it, it's in the link, or you can just go to YouTube and type in Pumpcast News. You'll find it.
Yeah. And the video which I have provided for you this week, some of you may have already seen, but in the event that you haven't, you really should give it a watch. It's the ending of a game show which involves golden balls. You know, it's not as seedy as it sounds, but it's an absolutely brilliant little number where there's two people left and they have to make a decision. They have two golden balls in front of them. One of them has split, one of them has steal. If they both choose split, they both split the prize money and they both go home quite wealthy. If one of them chooses split and the other one chooses steal, the one who chose steal gets everything. But if they both choose steal, then they both get nothing. But they actually get to talk to each other about it and try and convince the other person to, play it a certain way. The way it unfolds is pure tactical genius. Like, it is actually one of the most brilliant pieces of game theory applied to real life that I have ever seen, and you should watch it and enjoy it, because it is great.
I can imagine so.
Mm-hmm.
I've got to go check this out after we've finished this.
I was deeply impressed by the way it was handled. Like, my hat was off to the fellows by the end of it.
It was well played. Well played.
It was very well played. All right, now moves to the point where we get to, should I say question or more interrogate our guest star?
Let's say in question gate.
That'll work.
Brilliant.
Add that to Urban Dictionary. It'll pass for a word within a few months.
Sure thing.
So, as I've already mentioned, Will and me have been friends for, 3-4 years now, so?
Yeah, around about that.
Yeah. Where did I first meet you again? Oh, wasn't it Blocktopia, wasn't it?
Blocktopia, yes. It would have to be Blocktopia, a little Minecraft community.
Yeah, me and Lars Will used to be friends on a Minecraft community called Blocktopia. Not that it's any better than Ozfur. No way.
It was a bit too laggy for my liking and too much drama.
Yeah, but we've been good friends ever since, and I think I've lost count on how much I've paid him out for being a Kiwi, but don't worry, he gets me back just as good, and some instances I do not dare mention.
Yes, they'll stay safely hidden away for later use.
Yeah, I have nightmares of a Kiwi owning me at my own game. It's horrifying. I can never get to sleep at night anymore. So I tell our viewers at home, we do like to know a few things. We do like to know what your favourite game is and what you generally do with yourself.
Not much really. My favourite game, I can't really say it because I got too many games I like. I play games quite a lot.
Let's be honest. The real reason you're not admitting to your favourite game is because it's Playboy Bunny's mansion, isn't it?
Yes, you called me out. Oh God. We have to admit it now, don't I? But it's not still. Closest I would have had... Yes. Do you have any questions for me, Wheatley?
Do I have any questions for you?
Yes.
Have you ever worn wigs?
Wigs? I would have at one point, I think.
Will you wear wigs?
I don't know, maybe. Depends.
When will you wear wigs?
I know I trained you better than that. The answer should be a definitive yes.
Oh, dear.
I know I trained you better than that. You shouldn't be shy anymore, Will.
I still am.
What are you, Fluttershy?
A little bit.
Or related to?
I don't know,
Actually, I do have another question for you.
Yes.
And I want you to be very honest with me about this one. Has anyone really been far even has decided to use even go want to do look more like?
The question doesn't make sense. You're supposed to answer it.
I have no idea.
I love asking that question just because of the description. It's actually described as being a train wreck of English grammar. It's fantastic.
Oh, God.
And I can't believe you, someone who loves using proper grammar in English, would ask such a question.
The only reason I enjoy asking that particular question is because it's so hard to ask without stumbling or missing a word.
That is true. That would take a bit of practice, that kind of speaking like that.
I wish to learn it. I really do.
I tell you what, I'll learn something fancy that's a huge tongue twister and bring it back next week.
Wait.
It's weird.
Actually, another question. This is one, you don't have to answer this one because this is not really relevant to everyone, but I know that there's quite a few people out here who, whether they admit it or not, will know that this is quite true. Who was the first video game character you ever had a crush on?
Ooh.
Oh, that's actually a good question. I don't know. I'm actually going to try to remember.
Are you asking me that one too, by chance?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
You probably might find me a bit funny for saying this, but the first it was actually more the cartoon characters counted as be a video game.
I would say video game because cartoon characters are pretty normal as far as that goes. I know there's plenty of people who have a crush on like Daria or Jane.
Mhm. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, people are messaging me on Steam. Ugh, maybe I should close it. Ugh.
Well, aren't you Mr. Popularity?
I
Oh,
actually don't remember.
please stop! You're making me blush. Awkward silence.
Yeah.
Dot.
I just got to think of the name of that character. It was who was it? Actually, the first you're probably gonna think me stupid for this, but the first real game I ever really got into was Command & Conquer, and I like when I heard Eva's voice, I'm like, ooh, she's cute.
Oh.
You're a machine.
It was.
Hey.
I actually once I found out it was a machine, it kind of broke my heart.
Oh.
Oh, trust. There's nothing wrong with finding a robot's voice attractive. Just think of all the people who like to stroke themselves when they're listening to GLaDOS speak. It's a scary prospect.
I was actually thinking that as soon as you mentioned robot.
No, I can tell you right now, the first video game character I had a crush on back in the way back when was Vela from Jet Force Gemini. I was young, and I liked her blue hair.
I thought you had more class than that.
I was like tiny baby man back then. Plus, it was the first game. It was the first game I played that had an actual story. It was great. How about you, young man? Have you got an answer for us yet?
No, I actually legitimately don't remember.
Well, who's the first one you can remember having a crush on?
That's the problem, not the first one. I'm actually sorry, sir. I don't remember.
Ah, well, you don't have to answer it if it's that awkward. We won't judge you for thinking that Birdo was a woman.
He's a bloody Kiwi.
Yes, I'm a bloody Kiwi, but you're a bloody Australian.
There's two of us. You're outvoted, mate.
I'm actually not going to outvote him for that one because I'm very sick and tired of people not thinking that I'm Australian when I totally am.
No, you're just a pommy.
Ouch.
One of these days you're actually going to get that right.
What do people mistake you as then?
Quite often people actually do think that I'm pommy, and it's incredibly irritating. But,
Please,
it's
I know
not so
you're
much
Australian.
irritating because it annoys me. It's irritating because it's just like, oh God, get out in the world a bit more.
I actually know you're Australian, but I just figured that's what people mistake you as because you just have that kind of accent at some points.
Yeah, that does happen.
Especially when you talk like a spy, you do sound like a pommy then.
Gentlemen?
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, it's not being unannounced.
That is brilliant.
Yeah, he does an awesome spy voice.
My favorite thing that I can remember was back when the Australia and New Zealand mic users group was still functioning. they had a special thing for people who had a reserve slot, so that they could pick a sound effect that played whenever they joined the server. And every time I joined the server, the spy said, "Sorry to pop in unannounced."
I had something similar like that once back when I played Command & Conquer Renegade. On there's one particular server, they actually had they nerfed the game so that like it would play different sound effects, had custom graphics, and for regular members, it actually done something. There was no voice file, but it blurred this message across the screen basically.
Yeah.
And my message was okay. How do I say this in terms it might not make you drop dead for facepalm? It basically, back then, it was back before I was known as Loopy Ledger, I was known as Rocket Nut, and it was basically said, everyone attach trackers to your rockets. Rocket Nut has just joined. Shoot him now. Shoot him.
Oh, God. On a completely unrelated note, I have something you should see, and I know I can't wait till later because I'll completely forget. Take a look at that.
Oh, what's this?
What do we have here?
How awesome does that look?
I can't see anything!
Alright, who did that?
Oh,
Who drew
beautiful.
that?
Somebody called Owlies. Wait a minute.
That is
This who I
awesome.
think it is? Oh,
You know Owlies?
this is Az's friend, I think. It is. It's Az's mate. Owlies. Oh, brilliant. No wonder it looks so good.
Well, this guy, I might hire him to do some of my concept artwork. I'm looking for a good artist, actually.
She's a lady. She plays on TF2 quite a lot. I've actually played with her before. I didn't check the username before I posted it, so of course Az is going to slap me for being so slow because I just posted it on his Facebook. Derp. Yeah, so Owlies, in the unlikely event that you are listening to this, here's a shout out to you. You have amazing artistic skills. My hat is off to you.
They are brilliant.
Ah, beautiful. All right, next question, or are we moving on?
Well, I think that's it. Did you want to say anything? Well, you are the guest. You get prime time airtime.
Not really. This week's been pretty average for finds. Not many too good ones. The occasional outstanding one, but nothing too great.
Wait, here's your chance to advertise yourself to get a girlfriend.
I am 20, a male, and I'm pretty tall. Anyone want me?
Hey, wow, that description. I've got a perfect picture to match the reaction of the ladies in the audience. There you go, mate. That's what they're all thinking right now.
Remember, just loading. Loading.
I like it.
Oh, my.
Oh, my.
Basically.
Oh, you should put that in the documents for people.
Oh, all right. I'll put it in the documents. Just let me quickly type this up. So I'm going to go just above the emails. So I just go down here quickly and type in Will's reaction, and you can look at the picture.
Hooray!
Hooray! Somebody did give it to me!
Now, unfortunately, we have crud all emails this week, don't we?
Oh, it's a shame, but oh well, we can make them entertaining. Also, not just because, Loopy, you know how completely insane you are when you're playing Scout? There's one for you, and I promise I'll stop posting pictures to you now, but you'll enjoy that one.
Alright, what? Yeah, that's about right. I've done that before.
Okay.
I've actually done that to Quapple a few times. He just won't admit it.
All right then. So shall I kick things off for the first email of the week?
You can. There's only two, so take your pick.
All right then. I'll take this first one. Yeah, because it's obviously the more difficult.
On the left.
Okay.
Hello, Loopy and Weekly. Okay, time again for a guess. Your favorite character is The Mask. Your favorite television program is Wacky Races. And your favorite game is RuneScape. On a side note, would it be possible to do a live event on, say, TeamSpeak one day? Sincerely, Death.
Well, we know my favourite game isn't RuneScape anymore, since someone just blew that out of the water.
Cup
Mentioning his name. Maybe you shouldn't have asked him, actually.
Yes.
Yeah, in retrospect, not the greatest idea you've ever had.
No,
Not the
probably
best
not. But
idea.
since when are my ideas ever great? They're all stupid most of the time, aren't they?
Oh. Oof.
And The Mask, good guess. I do love The Mask, but not of all time, sorry. And The Wacky Races was an awesome cartoon, yes, but it wasn't in the 90s, if you remember the first clue.
Sorry.
And on a side note, can we do a live thing on TeamSpeak? I don't think so. TeamSpeak has crappy recording.
Yes, and too many people yelling.
Yeah. So, no, not on TeamSpeak, but we will be doing more live events via livestream.com in the future to come, so look forward to that. You can still join us live when we do that, probably in another month or so, hey, you reckon, Wheatley?
Yeah, well, I'm fine to do a live commentary whenever, just personally. Whenever I have
we don't want to
time,
do it
I'm
every
good.
week. But maybe what we might try and do is we might try and get a couple of the guest stars we've had on before. So maybe we might be able to get Leon, Rosario, and Solo in one sitting and have a live session, eh? What do you reckon?
That would be quite delightful.
The more the merrier.
While we've been chatting away, I've been gradually going through the inbox of endless pictures that people keep sending me, and there's some pretty good ones.
I thought you said that was the last one.
I'm not sending any more to you guys. I'm enjoying these ones for myself, but whatever.
Maybe you can make an article on the front page with some of your favourite picks.
Oh, mate, that'd be great. I could totally just do a whole thing on the Ozfur thing for just making an article of good artistic pictures for one reason.
Yeah, I'm actually going to do a little bit of art and great stories I've seen over the thing. So look forward to that probably in the next 5 or 6 days.
Not to mention the fact that it'd probably be good advertising for the artists in question.
Yeah, well they deserve it if it's a good picture, don't they?
Hot Scout Mamas, I like a lot.
Licky.
Beautiful.
Well, this one, there were some questions here for Quapple, but this email got in actually before we done the recording. It came in like Thursday, and we done the recording on Tuesday, so sorry I can't ask your questions to Quapple, Matt, but he's like, hey, Chad Matters. Okay, I'm going to kill him if he does that anymore. Matt the Mighty here again. I love the live podcast. I want more. Well, you just heard we're going to be doing it again probably about a month. The amount of fluids you extract from the lower body when I heard Quapple was going to be a guest star on Oz Radio. He did have to... I'll forward these questions to Quapple for you. You can answer them and I'll read you the answers later on. But he does have some for me and you, Wheatley. Even Will, you can jump onto these ones. He says, what sports do you enjoy? Cricket.
Well, I think I'll let you two go first.
Cricket.
I did a bit of soccer on my day. I quite enjoyed it.
Cricket.
Yes,
You want to go next,
have
Loopy?
been quiet today, haven't they?
All right. How about if you could invent an Olympic game, what would it be?
What? You didn't even answer the first question.
I said cricket, heaps of times.
That's the worst pun I think I've ever heard in my entire life. I am actually physically dying slowly from hearing it.
Why?
But,
don't you like watching grass grow?
In answer to that question, however, I will honestly say that as far as sports go, I play tennis quite a lot, and I don't know, I just like more kind of obscure things. I'm also a big fan of fencing, but there's not much to do.
Okay, I will be honest, I do also enjoy golf, and I'm a pretty good handicap, actually.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind golf, except for the fact that it quite rightfully has a bit of a stereotype that a lot of golfers are uptight, humorless prats. And seeing some of the videos that I've seen, I would be inclined to agree.
Fair enough.
Quite an obscure sport I play. It's called airsoft, where you shoot plastic pellets at your friends.
Ooh, sounds like paintball.
It is basically like paintball, except for the ammo's a lot cheaper and the guns are a lot more fun.
Fair enough. Does the ammo hurt more than paintballs?
Less than they though, but you get hit quite a lot.
Ouch.
Yes. It hurts.
Alright, this next one is if you could invent an Olympic game, what would it be?
If I could invent an Olympic game, I would... Olympic game. What's something that everyone could get involved in and enjoy which doesn't currently exist?
Ooh, I think I got one. We have... Dancing's official Olympic sport, right?
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, they've only got certain styles of dancing. We need to put what do they call it when they roll over the floor and all that?
Breakdancing?
Breakdancing. We need to put that in the Olympic Games.
I'm
Maybe.
not completely sure about that. But ooh, that looks quite nice. Anyway, no, I would probably go so far as to say that I'd like something which involves obliterating something with something else. What's something I really hate, or something that's really, really obnoxious?
Ooh. Quick, Will, now!
Oh! I would make an Olympic event out of obliterating clay statues of the Scout with a croquet mallet. Yeah.
I saw the Scout coming a mile away.
Oh, yeah. Now that's
You like
the
picking on
best way to
Scouts
do it.
now, don't you? You like picking on Scouts now, don't you?
Well, I'll tell you what. When the Scout stops being an obnoxious prat who deeply reflects the most of the kinds of people who actually play him, then I will stop picking on him.
Well, would it be scary news to you to learn that my new mimic in Hale is Scootaloo, which is a Scout mimic?
I still can't believe you chose to get the Scootaloo mimic over Pinkie Pie. That's just a deep, deep piece of betrayal.
I know, but it's
You
practicality
make
over
Pinkie
principle.
Pie's hair deflate.
Oh.
Yeah, well, what can I say? Practicality beats principle on this occasion. It was a tough choice. It took me 2 days to let go of Pinkie Pie.
Practicality, my arse. You gotta
What?
pick the one which suits you the most.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sorry, Pinkie. But Pinkie's in good hands, I know that much.
Who actually has a Pinkie mimic at the moment?
Jug.
Who?
Jug.
What, the guy who makes the skins?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's not a problem then.
So yeah, I told you I left him in good hands.
Yeah. I'll give him that one.
Anyway, moving on, this next one's for Wheatley. Wheatley only, do you enjoy watermelons?
Fuck yeah, I enjoy watermelons. I can tell you this right now, as much as I enjoy them, and I really do, you know, I like them diced, I like them chopped, I like them whatever, you know, I love smashing them on people. They're all very nice, but just me, personally, I just like melons. What can I say? They're tasty, they're delicious, they're great to just smash into your face and devour. Everything about melons is fantastic.
I am not even going to answer the next question because I'm going to kill Matt the Mighty when I see him next.
Well, I'm wondering what the apostrophes around the word men mean in this particular context.
No, I do not like men. I am not gay.
Well, don't know what he means. Maybe he means, do you like the show Mad Men? And in all honesty, let's be honest, as far as the show Mad Men goes, I'm not watching it for the drama, if you know what I mean. That woman. Oh.
Anyway, if you could remove any boss from Verse Saxon Hale remake, which would it be? I know who I'd get rid of.
Who?
As much as I like him as a character, I hate him as a boss. I dread the Joker.
Yeah, the Joker, I think, could use some improvement. Specifically, the fact that he can attack through Uber charges is incredibly lame. I'll grant you that. But
No, the part I hate the most is the fact I'm a scout. I love running around, and when the Joker's in play, I have to either try and guess when he's going to rage so I can prevent it, or I just run around and I last till the first rage and I'm dead.
If I could remove any boss from Versus Saxton Hale, which boss would it be? This is a very difficult question, because I'd much prefer to add various bosses, personally. But if I could choose to remove a boss who could then be re-added with new abilities, I would remove Wheatley. Because honestly, I don't care what people say, trying to fix the problems with him is just ignoring the root of the problem. If you have a dodgy hitbox for a character, increasing the amount of damage he takes threefold is not fixing the problem. Fixing the hitbox is the problem. Wheatley's entire design reeks of good ideas done horribly. He needs to be remade. He needs to be cast into the fire, burned to a crisp, and then remade in my image. My glorious, brilliant, murderous image.
Now let GLaDOS do it. She's got a better idea. She wants more revenge than
Yeah,
you.
but let's be honest. Why on earth would GLaDOS remake Wheatley?
Yeah, good point.
Mm-hmm.
Weekly was
Wait. To eternally torment him. And she would too.
She's not that kind of woman.
I don't know. She did wake Shelley up after how many years in sleep just to run tests?
Yeah.
She didn't wake Shell up. In Portal 2, it was actually Wheatley who woke up Shell.
Yeah, but wouldn't she want revenge on Wheatley for putting her in a potato?
Yeah, but she already technically got her revenge on Wheatley by firing him. Well, I can't say that. Just in the incredibly unlikely event that somebody listening hasn't finished Portal 2, I'm not going to say it. Seriously though, if you're listening and you haven't finished Portal 2, why are you listening to this? Why are you not playing Portal 2?
Fair enough.
It was
Anyway.
a good game.
Will,
Yes?
if you could remove any boss?
Oh, Wheatley had gotten that one, so I've been thinking about another one, but wasn't it Shadow Joker that was relatively really annoying? Because you couldn't find him and you've already gotten that one.
You mean the one that already has Shadow as a default?
Yes.
But then
Who's
again,
that one called again?
Joker has already really been picked.
Hmm.
Mm.
Well, you guys got the obvious two. I have no idea anymore.
Fair enough. I think. Well, you can say Joker too if that's your big curse.
Yes, I hate him, especially when he's Shadow. Can't see him. When you're a vampire, you can't do much against that.
Well, you know they have nerf Shadow that so you can always partially see it.
Yes, but still, it's rather irritating.
Mm. Anyway, what's this? If you could remove any block in Minecraft, which would it be?
Gabbin block.
What?
Gabbin block, the block that's right at the bottom of the earth. In Minecraft.
Oh, the bedrock.
The bedrock, yes.
I like the bedrock because it stops me falling into the void.
I don't want to fall into the void. I want to make a staircase to the void.
Yeah, it's still the void. There is nothing down there. I'm glad the bedrock exists, just personally.
Yeah, me too, in a sense.
If I could remove one block from Minecraft, but I like most of the blocks in Minecraft. I mean, the only block that even comes close to earning my wrath, because I like all blocks, just personally. The only block which even comes close to irritating me are lily pads.
What?
And I'm completely serious about that. The reason I hate lily pads is because crashing into them with a boat destroys your boat, and that makes no sense whatsoever.
I actually love lily pads.
I think they're alright when you're on foot, but when you're trying to traverse in the ocean, and it's the middle of the night, and you crash into a lily pad, and suddenly you don't have a boat anymore, that sucks.
I think you'll be spending the night in the lily pad.
Nah, I spend my night murdering everything that I encounter if I run out of water.
Oh, if I have one gripe, it would have to be gravel.
Why gravel exactly?
Especially when it comes from above.
Yeah, that can be irritating, but then again, you can very easily avoid gravel from above by obeying the very simple laws of mining. Do not mine straight up, do not mine straight down.
I know, but even if it doesn't hit me, you know, you still sit there and, like, it falls from heaven, like, it's like, dun 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 dun, and it piles up and you have to dig it out. It's just annoying. It's the most annoying thing when I go digging. There's not many blocks I don't hate, but if I have to pick one, it has to be gravel.
Yeah, I'll grant you that. On a related note, I was very pleased. I'm not sure how long it's been in Minecraft for, but I only noticed it the other day. I was really chuffed about the fact that they have the dripping, like the magma or the water drips through a block if there's water on the upside of it. So when you're mining upwards,
that's been there since 1.0.
Has it? I've never noticed it before.
I use that effect quite often to make a rickety kind of house theme.
Yeah, it looks really awesome. Like I'm total props to it.
And it's also a good warning when you're mining in case there's lava above your head.
Yep, I believe that was the whole reason they put it in there in the first place.
Yeah, too many incidents gone by with people with lava on their head.
I don't even want to count how many times I've lost to falling lava.
You're just thinking then, suddenly, what's the smelling of burnt hair? Burnt hair.
Hello, new desktop background.
Oh, speaking of which, mine just changed again. Mine's on a 10-minute rotation.
Yeah, mine too, actually. I just keep adding new pictures in, but that's my latest edition.
Mm. Well, I keep adding pictures in every day too. I think I'm up to nearly 1,200 in my desktop backgrounds.
Not bad. I don't have nearly that many. I've got maybe like 40 at most.
Yeah, the sad part is, and I bet you can guess.
They're all My Little Pony pictures?
Yep.
Oh, dear Lord. The bright colours all the time.
Oh, you're cutting out bad there, Will.
You're both
Really?
cutting out pretty badly.
We are?
Mm-hmm.
The lag.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a bit better?
Yeah, that's much better.
Yes. How about me?
There we go.
We're good?
Sorry for the technical difficulties, loyal viewers. We will have this fixed momentarily.
Yes. Someone tripped over a cable.
In the meantime, here is some waiting music. Do, 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 do,
Moving on, you'll get bored.
do.
Anyway, I think that just about wraps up this week's show.
Mm.
Unless there's anything else you had to blabber on about, Wheatley?
Let me think. Anything else to blabber on about? Oh, here's one. Here's just this is a completely random point, which is completely irrelevant to most things, unless you actually wind up playing against me. With the exception of Saxton Hale mode and Zombie Fortress mode, I offer this challenge. If I am playing Sniper and I have my Razorback on, any spy who can actually kill me with a backstab by busting through the Razorback and then actually killing me again, any spy who can kill me with a backstab wins a prize. It's very simple. I would be playing this contest every time I'm playing Sniper with a Razorback, so go for it.
I accept this challenge.
Gentlemen, I
Mental
accept...
Jim?
Yep.
Well, you do it. You got the best spy voice.
Gentlemen,
See?
it is a very simple concept. Basically, if a spy backstabs my Razorback, I will turn around and I will kill him. In the event that he dies, or he cloaks and runs away like a coward, then I will return to spawn and get a new Razorback. I'm not going to make this easy for you. But I will not return to spawn until either you are dead, or you have cloaked away like a coward.
Actually, I have a challenge that actually runs on hard mode that some people actually do know of, and the basic concept of it goes: if you can kill me as a scout, it only works. It doesn't work on every map. Like, for example, some maps I'm not going to put it on, like, you know, the ones that are so small you can't run anywhere. Mm-hmm. But as a general rule, if you can kill me without the added speed boost, raging at me, or sudden death mode or final pyro, basically you can kill me playing abilities as a scout, you get a strange weapon. I only handed that for so far.
I feel I should clarify for the listeners who are unsure, he is talking entirely about playing only in Saxton Hale mode, not regular
Saxton
TF2.
Hale. Yeah. So this is a Saxton Hale mode only challenge.
Mm-hmm.
To which is very fun.
Also, here's one more random point. I was having a random discussion with some folks on the other day, on random servers the other night, and we were discussing, you know, female variations of everything, you know, based on the whole female pyro crud and all that. And honestly, I think you need to start making female versions of really obscure non-gendered things. Like, for example, I made a female version of the Manco supply crate, which is the Mamco supply chest. Because let's face it, if you want to open up something, you'd rather open up a Mamco supply chest with your keys rather than a Manco supply crate.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm. Nothing like opening up a chest for some fun.
Def rubbed that in the other day. He gave me a few strangers, and he just wanted my empty crates. So I gave him 6 crates. He got an unusual out of it.
Yeah, that happens.
Ow.
What did he get?
And I think he got a smoking engineer hat of some kind, I think.
Not bad. But
and this is actually something... 3 times I've given Def a bunch of crates, and every single time he's unboxed an unusual out of them.
well, let's be honest though, that's just incredibly bad and irritating luck. Like, take for example the occasion on which I had a choice between buying one of the new really expensive strangers or buying one of the older really expensive strangers from crate 30 as opposed to crate 40, because one of my friends could no longer afford to get the older ones because he didn't have them and they had stopped dropping, so their price had gone way, way up. In the end, I decided to do the charitable thing and the good nature thing, and instead of buying the stuff for myself, I bought something for him. So I bought it for him, gave it to him. That was all great. 5 minutes later, he unboxed an unusual. I was so pissed.
Mm.
Oh dear.
Fair enough. Oh, okay. Well, I think that just about wraps things up. Did you have one last thing you wish to say, Will?
It could have been 20% cooler.
I didn't think you were going to... I just meant, did you have any more questions or something?
I guess that wraps this up for today.
I think you've been listening to the podcast too much. You thought you almost... I actually forgot to... I haven't said it once this show yet. Almost got away scot-free, didn't you? This is Loopy Legend.
This is Last Will.
I will kill you all.
And that is Wheatley. We are the Mad Chatters. We'll see you next week, where everything here is 20% cooler.
I'm going to
Poor
stab
Wheatley.
you with something sharp.
You can try, can't you?
I don't need to try if I succeed.
Goodbye, guys.